We can never have enough crystals and gems in our lives, so let's make our own using simple air-dry clay. First, think about what kind of shape you want to create. Shapes that are not completely symmetrical are easier to make. I'm going to use this air-dry clay by DAS. If you have a different brand, it should work too, but I would just test it first. We'll use the clay to make very simplified versions of the gems we're going for. Here I'm shaping a cylinder that will turn into a long crystal. I'm just using a piece of a soda can to cut my clay into shape, because I use soda cans for everything. And that's a rectangle shape for a rectangular gem. Now just let those guys rest until they have dried. Next, we need either some sandpaper or a file. This is the grid I'm starting with, but it's just a rough guideline. We're going to create the facets that you can see on crystals and gems. You create a facet by making sure that you keep holding your piece at the same angle while you're sanding it. Whenever you change the angle, you create another facet. I wanted roughly 6 facets, but it didn't matter too much for this shape. After I was happy with that, I worked on creating a pointy tip.
Entschuldigung, as you can see here, a lot of dust is accumulating, so I think it's a good idea to wear a mask and work in a well-ventilated area.
Ah, that's a good point. Thank you, Brunhilde. I was still going for symmetry here, and here I gave up on it. But I like how it came out. To turn the rectangle into a gem, I just needed to sand the edges at an angle. The hard part was trying to achieve symmetry. This clay is quite easy to sand, but if you try other types of clay, they might be harder. I would just make a test piece to try it out. When you are close to finishing a gem, you can use finer sandpaper or files to create a smoother finish. To turn this crystal into a pendant, I used a knife to create a groove in it. Since this clay is quite soft, I didn't need much force. The groove can be used to wire wrap the crystal. I'll show you how, but first let's paint the crystal. I'm using acrylic paint here and applying thin and even coats. If you want, you can also use glossy paint like nail polish to create a more shiny gem. I still recommend a base coat of acrylic paint though. To wire wrap a crystal, take 2 long pieces of thin wire and twist them in the center. Insert the crystal and twist the wire on the other side. Keep twisting the wires on both sides. Then fold the wires to the top and twist them on top of the crystal. Next, create a loop with one of the wires and wrap the same wire around the base of the loop. Then also wrap the other wire around the base of the loop and trim both wires. Lastly, bend the ends so they don't stick out. My wire was quite rigid, so it cut into the paint. It was quite easy to touch up the areas with more paint though. Now you can wear your crystals. Since you all like shiny things like me, here's a playlist for you, and subscribe for more gem and crystal tutorials. See you!